So anyway, as you can tell, my voice is still trashed. I suffered from a little cold about a week and a half ago, and my voice still isn't better. So I'll do a real video and post it to the public, but I wanted to get this video out. I'll make it private, give you the password. I really thought that this might help you with your volunteer efforts at the Kids Center. So if you remember, you Twittered this about the debut of the new newsletter in January, and what you asked people to do was emailing info@kidscenter.org. The challenge with this, of course, is then people have to remember to do it. They're busy, they get in the way. Whereas if you could provide a link to a quick form they could fill out, it would go better. So this video is going to be pretty bad because I'm not going to do any post-production. I just promised that I get it out to you, so I'm going to run through this rather quickly. You have a Gmail account, and I would suggest that the Kids Center create a Gmail account as well. So I'm going to go into Gmail, and as you notice up here, everyone that has a Gmail account is given Gmail documents. So I'm going to go into Gmail documents, and one of the great things about Google Docs, as they call it, I can create a word processing form, a presentation, spreadsheet, drawing. The big one I want to show you is forms. So I'm going to go into the forms section here, and it is a regular web-based form. So you'll see how this works. I'm going to say, I think it's the Kids Center, or is it just Kids Center? New newsletter registration form. Then you can come in here and put a detail. Please fill out form below, etc. So you could do that. Then you have questions, and as you can see, we got a lot of different types of questions. We can give a text box, which is the most common, a paragraph, we can do multiple choice, we can do check boxes, choose from a list, scale, grid. So I'm going to create just a couple quick questions here. So the first one might be first name, and then please enter first. Actually, let me do this right. Please enter first name here. Of course, I want this to be a required field. I don't want to do anything without their first name, so I just say that. And then I can say done, okay? Or I can come up here and add another item. So I'll do another text box. This one's going to be last name. And what I'm going to do now, Kelsey, is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to do just a couple more text boxes just so you can get the gist, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I created that first name, last name, email address. These are all required forms. Remember, with a form, you want to keep it as short and sweet as possible. There's nothing worse than clicking on a link that says, please complete a short survey to find out it's 20 questions. That's not a short survey. I did add a checkbox so you could see what this is like. May we also contact you regarding, so people can choose the things they want. If you click it on, then it by default is on, so I leave these off. I'm going to add an other button, that way they can fill out, well, don't contact me about volunteering, educational seminars, or donations, but contact me about other. So once I'm done with this, I can apply a nice little theme to it if I'm going to just give somebody the link. So I went to themes. I'm going to go down here and find a nice sort of kids related theme. I'll just choose this one, the picnic theme. So as you can see, what that does is it really makes my form look nice and somewhat professional, a little bit of fun. I'm going to hit apply and apply that theme. Now all I have to do now is use this URL, Control C, and I'm going to just open up a blank web page. I'm going to paste that in, so if I gave this to somebody as a link, what they would see is the form. Okay, so they would then fill it out, and I'll show you why this is great about filling it out. What you've done is ask people, first of all, to email. Second of all, that means somebody has to take the emails and put it into something else, whether it's a spreadsheet or a database or an application that you're all using to do the newsletter. This will do it for you, essentially. Let me show you how. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and It is a web page that's on the web. It's available through this URL. And of course, you know that you can shorten this and say, register for newsletter, and it would go to this, right? If not, I can certainly help you with that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fill out a couple of these forms and show you what the back end looks like, because that's the key. That's the time saver. So I'm going to pause it and do that real quick. Actually, before I do that, let's just look at the other things we need to complete for the form. So once we're done and we've applied a theme, the picnic theme, we can email this form. So if you already have a list of people, you can email the URL to the form, which is great. We'll look at see responses after I fill out a couple of these. I can embed this, which means I can actually do this, copy this code and embed it into the Kids Center site as well. And it's really easy to do. I can show you that in another video because I'm only limited to 10 minutes on my videos currently. So I could do that. And then, of course, I can edit the confirmation. So this is what the user would see, by default. But I can say, thank you for registering for the new Kids Center newsletter. Blah, blah, blah. We don't want to publish the response summary to them, but what it would do is it would give them back what they filled out. So if you wanted to do that, you could. If we were doing like a survey, we could actually publish how people have responded to the survey. So we would save that because we want to customize that. Now I am going to pause it and go fill out this form again a couple times. So here's that form. Remember, Google's holding this for us. So here I go. So what I've done is I've gone in and filled out the form. You can see that I get this thank you. I could also put a URL in here which links back to the Kids Center site. Thanks for filling out the form. Please visit our website to learn more, or whatever the case may be. Now the key is back in Forms. Okay, so I've saved this form, and I, of course, at that point would close my Google Docs, and the form would come up. I'm going to pause while that form comes up. There's the form right there. So the key is that I can go back into the form. If I wanted to change the form, I could. But now that I've saved the form, here's what I get. I get a spreadsheet with the time and date that everybody filled it out. So as you can see here, Keith Urban filled it out. I can widen this. And I can show you how to get these into different columns and put them into a database. You can see quickly people are able to click on the link, fill out the form right away. They don't have to remember to email you. They know it's legit. Keith Urban, here's Keith Urban's email, which I'm sure you wanted anyway. And then he checked the boxes for volunteering, educational seminars, donations, and other. He's willing to do a charity concert per se. Here's Bubba Watson. He's a golfer. He wants to be contacted about volunteering in a golf tourney to raise funds. And then me, volunteering donations. So from here, with this being in a spreadsheet, now this is in Google Docs, but notice all I have to do is download as. I can do it as an HTML, or I can do it as an Excel spreadsheet. And if you notice, I'm going to open this up. It'll probably open on one of my other monitors. It did. So once it completely opens, I'll bring it back. There it is right there. Widen that up. And you can see it's in Excel. So with anything in Excel, I can actually do emails from Excel, doing what's called a mail merge feature, which is a huge time saver in emailing people, letting them know that the newsletter is up. I assume you all are putting this on your website or allowing people to download a PDF versus mailing it because of the cost. And if you want help with that, I certainly can help with that. But here's a quick thing. If you want, I can do more tutorials for you and show you more on how to use it. But it really is intuitive. You can do it through Gmail. There is no cost to you. There is no cost to the Kids Center. And it really is a time saver. Because from here, again, you can put it into a database, or you can use this Excel spreadsheet to actually do your newsletter mailings every month. All right, take care. Have a good one. Bye now.